Are you ready for an amazing adventure? Let's blast off into space and explore our cosmic neighborhood, the solar system. Imagine you are an astronaut in a super-fast spaceship, ready to visit worlds that are incredibly different from our own. We will travel past burning hot planets and fly by giant, stormy ones made of gas. Our solar system is a vast and wonderful place, centered around a giant star we call the Sun. All the planets, including our own Earth, travel around the Sun in a journey that takes them through the darkness of space. It's a cosmic dance, and we have a front row seat to see it all. Our journey will take us to 8 incredible planets, each with its own special story and secrets. We will start right next to the Sun, where the heat is intense, and travel all the way to the cold, dark edges of our system. Think about it. Some planets are small and rocky, like the ground beneath our feet, while others are so enormous they could fit hundreds of Earths inside them. They have different colors, different weather, and even different kinds of gravity. This trip will show you just how diverse and fascinating the worlds around us truly are. So buckle up, future space explorer, because our tour of the planets is about to begin. The planets are split into 2 main groups, which makes them a little easier to remember and understand. First, we have the inner rocky planets, Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars. These are called terrestrial planets because terra means earth or land. They have solid rocky surfaces that you could technically stand on, though it might be way too hot or too cold. They are the smallest planets in our solar system, and are the closest to the blazing heat of the Sun. They are like the cozy inner circle of a big family, huddled close to the fire. We'll get to know each one of them very well on our trip. After we pass the inner worlds, we will reach the outer giants. These are Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. These planets are enormous and are known as the gas giants and ice giants. Unlike the rocky planets, they don't have a solid surface to land on. Instead, they are made mostly of gases like hydrogen and helium, or icy materials like water, methane, and ammonia. Imagine trying to land on a cloud. These planets are much, much farther from the Sun, making them incredibly cold and mysterious. They are like the big, distant cousins in our solar system family, full of storms and secrets waiting to be discovered. Our first stop is Mercury, the planet closest to the Sun. It is a small, rocky world, only a little bit bigger than our moon. Being so close to the Sun, at about 58 million kilometers away, Mercury gets incredibly hot during the day, reaching temperatures of 430 degrees Celsius. That's hot enough to melt lead, but because it has almost no atmosphere to trap the heat, it gets freezing cold at night, dropping to minus 180 degrees Celsius. If you weigh 100 pounds on Earth, you would feel like you only weigh 38 pounds on Mercury because its gravity is much weaker. A fun fact is that 1 day on Mercury is longer than its year. Next, we visit Venus, the second planet from the Sun. It is a rocky planet, almost the same size as Earth, which is why it's sometimes called our sister planet. But Venus is not a friendly sister. It's the hottest planet in our solar system, with a surface temperature of about 465 degrees Celsius, even hotter than Mercury. This is because it has a super thick, toxic atmosphere of carbon dioxide that traps heat like a runaway greenhouse. This atmosphere is so heavy that the pressure on the surface is 90 times greater than on Earth. A fun fact about Venus is that it spins backward, so the Sun rises in the west and sets in the east. Now we come to a very special place. Earth, the third planet from the Sun. This is our home. It is a rocky planet located about 150 million kilometers from the Sun, which is the perfect distance for life to thrive. This spot is often called the Goldilocks zone because it's not too hot and not too cold. Earth is the only planet we know of that has liquid water on its surface, a protective atmosphere with lots of oxygen, and an incredible diversity of life. From its deep blue oceans to its green forests and vast deserts, Earth is a vibrant and beautiful world. It's our job to take care of it because there is no place else quite like it. Our last stop in the inner solar system is Mars, the fourth planet from the Sun. You might know it as the red planet because its rocky surface is covered in reddish iron oxide, which is basically rust. Mars is about half the size of Earth and is a very cold and dusty place with an average temperature of minus 60 degrees Celsius. The gravity on Mars is also weaker. If you weigh 100 pounds on Earth, you'd feel like you weigh only 38 pounds there. Scientists are very interested in Mars because we have found evidence that water once flowed on its surface, and they wonder if life might have existed there long ago. Now we travel far beyond the rocky planets to visit the giants, starting with Jupiter. It is the fifth planet from the Sun and is the biggest planet in our entire solar system. Jupiter is a gas giant, meaning it's made mostly of hydrogen and helium gas, with no solid surface to stand on. It is so huge that you could fit all of the other planets inside it. Jupiter is about 778 million kilometers from the Sun, and it has the shortest day of any planet, spinning around in just 10 hours. The gravity here is super strong. If you weigh 100 pounds on Earth, you would feel like you weigh 240 pounds at Jupiter's cloud tops. One of Jupiter's most famous features is the Great Red Spot. This isn't a spot you can visit. It's a gigantic, swirling storm that is wider than our entire planet, Earth. This powerful storm has been raging for hundreds of years, with winds that are much faster and stronger than any hurricane on our world. Jupiter is like a king of planets, with its massive size, powerful storms, and a family of over 80 moons orbiting it. This gas giant shows us how stormy and dynamic the outer solar system can be. Imagine looking up at the sky from one of Jupiter's moons and seeing this enormous striped planet filling your view. Our next destination is Saturn, the sixth planet from the Sun and another gas giant. Saturn is famous for one thing: its spectacular rings. While other giant planets have rings, Saturn's are the biggest and brightest. They are made of billions of pieces of ice, rock, and dust, ranging in size from tiny grains to giant chunks as big as a house. Saturn is the second largest planet, but it's also the least dense. In fact, it's so light that if you could find a bathtub big enough, Saturn would float in the water. It is located about 1.4 billion kilometers from the Sun, making it a very cold place. Just like Jupiter, Saturn is a world of gas with a very fast day, lasting just under 11 hours. It is mostly made of hydrogen and helium, and it is extremely cold at its cloud tops, with temperatures around minus 173 degrees Celsius. The gravity on Saturn is very similar to Earth's. If you weigh 100 pounds here, you would weigh about 108 pounds on Saturn, which is surprising for such a huge planet. Exploring Saturn and its beautiful rings reminds us of the sheer beauty and wonder that exists in the far reaches of our solar system, waiting for us to discover more of its secrets. Continuing our journey outward, we arrive at Uranus, the seventh planet from the Sun. This planet is an ice giant, which means it's made of a hot, dense fluid of icy materials like water, methane, and ammonia, all swirling around a small rocky core. Uranus is very far from the Sun, about 2.9 billion kilometers away, making it an incredibly cold world with an average temperature of minus 213 degrees Celsius. One of the strangest things about Uranus is that it is tilted on its side. It spins like a rolling ball instead of a spinning top, which means its seasons are extreme, each lasting for over 20 years. Uranus gets its beautiful blue-green color from the methane gas in its atmosphere, which absorbs red light from the Sun and reflects blue and green light back into space. It is about 4 times wider than Earth, but its gravity is a little weaker. If you weigh 100 pounds on Earth, you would feel slightly lighter on Uranus, weighing about 86 pounds. This distant, icy world takes a very long time to orbit the Sun. 1 year on Uranus is equal to 84 Earth years. It's a quiet, cold, and mysterious planet that shows us just how strange and varied the worlds in our solar system can be. Our final stop is Neptune, the 8th and farthest planet from the Sun. It is another ice giant, very similar in size and composition to Uranus. Located about 4.5 billion kilometers from the Sun, Neptune is a dark, cold, and windy place. In fact, it has the fastest and most powerful winds in the entire solar system, with storms that can reach speeds of over 2,000 kilometers per hour. Like Uranus, Neptune gets its brilliant blue color from methane in its atmosphere. The gravity on Neptune is a little stronger than on Earth. A 100-pound person would weigh about 114 pounds there. Because it is so far away, Neptune takes an incredibly long time to complete its journey around the Sun. 1 year on Neptune is about 165 Earth years long. This means that since it was discovered in 1846, it has only completed 1 full orbit. Neptune is a world of extreme weather, with giant dark storms that can be as big as our entire planet. As we finish our tour at this distant, stormy world, we look back at the path we've traveled. From the burning heat of Mercury to the icy winds of Neptune, we have seen so many amazing and different worlds.